You'll be seeing their faces in your nightmares.
何故に、何のために、何の意味があってそんな狂気に染まったような演技をしているのですか?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 terrifying anime villains. Also, if you're feeling a little glum with Season 3 of Hero Academia over, why not go plus ultra and head over to our companion channel Mojo Plays to check out my review of the new video game My Hero Wants Justice. That's right, my quirk is shameless plug. For this list, we're looking at the villains in anime that above all else manage to inspire fear with their insidious actions across their respective series. Prepare for frights, foes, and frantic spoilers ahead. Number 10, Benisuzume, Knights of Sidonia. By themselves, the Gauna are already some of the most disgusting and dangerous creatures to ever grace the cosmos. After all, they did end up breaking the Earth in two. What could be worse than that? How about one that takes on the form of a blood-soaked mecha that frequently uses the voice of deceased lovable character Shizuka?
This is Hoshijiro. Enemy cast down.
As such, this creature is not only able to fight the rest of the Garda pilots on equal footing, but also taunt them with the voice of their fallen comrade. Number 9, Menthuthuyoupi, Hunter x Hunter.
Ohayo, Youpi.
Youpi.
While each of the royal guards are horrifying in their own right, none quite match the primal fear inflicted by this chimera ant behemoth. Not only does Youpi possess extraordinary power when it comes to punching the guts out of hunters, but should he ever be overcome with rage, you'll likely see him transform into either a blood-curdling mass of tendrils or a warmongering centaur. Though whichever form he may take, only one thing is certain: death. Number 8, Betelgeuse, ReZero, starting life in another world. With his freaky appearance and tendency to contort his body during conversations, this Sin Archbishop was unsettling enough as is.
私は魔女教滞在司教、怠惰担当、ベテルギウス・ロマネ・コンティ。です!
However, things only got worse when he managed to get his hands on Subaru and Rem, using his magic to torture them in a truly heinous fashion, loving every second of the process. Sure, Subaru managed to best him after resetting the timeline, but that doesn't take away all the cruel actions that this witch's cult member inflicted. You can't expect us to unsee Rem being twisted like a ragdoll anytime soon. Number 7, All for One, My Hero Academia. Now this is what you call a supervillain. Arch enemy of All Might, this criminal mastermind wasn't only the one responsible for setting up the League of Villains, but was also strong enough to effectively undo the symbol of peace. While his strength is truly alarming, the scariest part about this faceless fiend is his cunning, torturing All Might over the death of his predecessor by turning her grandchild to the dark side being a prime example. He may have been bested in the end, but this OG villain's legacy still lives on. Number 6, Vanilla Ice, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders. Out of all the stands that the Joestars have ever fought against, none have quite inspired more fear than this endless void. In service to Dio, the vampiric Vanilla Ice might sound like a comedic villain, especially when you find out his stand is called Cream, but trust us, this guy is no laughing matter. Able to summon a demonic creature that can suck foes into a pocket dimension, Vanilla Ice made short work of both Avdol and Iggy. Yikes, Jotaro's crew is lucky they didn't encounter this guy early on, as we don't think they would have survived a surprise attack. Number 5, Caster, Fate Zero. As far as first impressions go, ripping a child to pieces via demonic tendrils is certainly one way of setting yourself up as the series' resident monster. While the majority of the masters and servants in the Fourth Holy Grail War aren't exactly saints, Caster is on a whole other level of diabolical. Not only are his mannerisms, hulking size, and general guise right out of a Guillermo del Toro film, but there's also the fun fact he derives extreme pleasure from giving his victims a moment of hope before purging them. What a delightful chap. Number 4, Gotoe Parasite the Maxim. In a series filled with body-snatching aliens that can turn their human hosts into walking weapons, it takes a special kind of creature to stand out from the crowd. That's where Gotoe comes in. As a being hosting multiple parasites within his body, Gotoe is not only the apex predator, but also the most sadistic among his people. Preying on humans for sport as opposed to sustenance, he managed to rack up quite the body count during his short life, nearly putting protagonist Shinichi in the ground on multiple occasions. Even armed with someone like Migi, we're not sure how Shinichi had the stomach to stand up to something as imposing as this beast. Number 3, Johan Liebert, Monster. Just goes to show that you don't need to have a supernatural affinity in order to qualify as a horrifying anime villain.
I was supposed to die that night. You're the one who resurrected me, Doctor.
Johan is about as human as you can get, which is what makes him so freaking scary.
And what do you think Johan's goal was? Do you want to know what he told me? He said he wanted to be the last person left in this world.
He is a master manipulator, completely without morality and devilishly smart, to the point that he was actually recruited as a potential candidate to become Hitler 2.0.
Imagine if a man like Hitler was able to take things as far as he did, Johan could do more.
Not that it did them much good when he slaughtered them all. Of course, the greatest weapon that he has at his disposal is his persuasiveness. Just one conversation and numerous civilians have found themselves taking their own lives, or the lives of those they love. Why? Because Johan asked them to.
Well, Richard, how about a drink?
Number 2, God Hand, Berserk franchise. Turns out that God exists. Unfortunately for humanity, God is actually a set of demonic deities who take great pleasure in screwing over the populace in the worst ways possible.
In this, our final chapter,
our final destination. The end of days draw near for our sacred children.
As the 4 strongest apostles in existence, the God-Hand manipulate mankind through temptations, as well as sending their own monstrous forces to cause havoc.
Let us begin the chant of offering. Stray from the path, and you will not be granted the black wings that will carry you to the heavens.
We were given a snapshot of their cruelty during the events of the eclipse, wherein they brought Griffith into their ranks in exchange for him sacrificing the Band of the Hawk. The last thing you want is these guys to answer your prayers.
And when his dream is over and you finally awaken, you will join us in our never-ending dream.
Number 1, Gluttony, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. The homunculi are a nasty bunch to begin with, however, the one we'd hate to encounter down a dark alley would without a doubt be this blob of flesh. Mainly because he would eat us alive without question.
Alchemy can produce something like that. How disgusting.
An experiment created by Father in order to replicate the Gate of Truth, Gluttony's stomach is its own plane of reality, serving as a prison to those that remain undigested. If that wasn't chilling enough, just wait until you see what he looks like when he goes on the offense. And if that's not nightmare fuel enough for you, we kindly refer you to Conqueror of Shambhala. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.